So let's start with Marvel because that's kind of on the tip of everyone's tongues right now because we're just coming off, Fantastic Four launched with I think 100 over 110 million dollars at the box office 2 weeks ago. Everyone's breathing a sigh of relief. Marvel's finally back after a few blunders, and then second weekend it tumbles 66%. This is a really steep drop off in box office for this movie. This seems to suggest that that opening weekend was really just hardcore fans, and the movie going habits that fueled Marvel throughout the 2010s to 800, 900 million, $1 billion box office per movie may be gone. So what did your reporting, your investigation turn up around Marvel and how Disney Plus has harmed that brand?
Well, we looked at things like the Thunderbolts, which came out earlier this year, which is a wonderful movie, but didn't really connect the way that it should have. I don't think it breached 400 million worldwide. And the Marvels from I think 2023, which was something that did even worse. I think it was like around 200 million worldwide. And the thing that both of these movies had in common was that most of the characters were from the Disney Plus shows. So Marvel's, you had to watch WandaVision and Miss Marvel to understand what was going on. There's a ton of characters in Thunderbolts that are from the Falcon and Winter Soldier, as well as Black Widow, which was one of those hybrid premieres where it was in theaters but on Disney Plus at the same time, which they briefly tried to do for a surcharge. And yeah, to what you're alluding to, the emphasis on the shows and having to watch the shows and the movies has totally killed that kind of like baseline Marvel fan who, you're right, would turn something like Captain Marvel into $1 billion movie. I
Mhm.
mean, that's like, it's an okay movie, but like, it was just some average
Everybody went.
Marvel movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
everybody went.
went because
And
it was
so
a new Marvel movie.
yeah, and that kind of like casual Marvel fan is just not there anymore. And I think that's what Fantastic Four showed us was, as you said, like all the Marvel diehards went the first weekend. But it used to be that your mom could watch a Iron Man movie every 3 years and still understand what was going on in the universe. And now it's just become so cumbersome and complicated. And, like you were saying, Eyes of Wakanda, which is a really terrific animated series, 4 episodes. Disney just rushed it out the door. I mean, they bumped it up a week, did not really tell anyone, and just kind of dropped it on the service, which, like we are saying, it did not fulfill the promise of these creators who spent, years working on the show and thinking that it was going to get the grand kind of Marvel rollout. It's just like, kind of disused. But yeah, I mean, I think Marvel has been the brand that's been hurt the most, especially if you look at the pre Disney Plus era and the post Disney Plus era.